For families out there, protecting your family is top of mind, and making sure that you have the proper insurance is really important. And the folks at Stewart Law Offices have us covered in that front. Brent and Elizabeth are here to tell us more about it. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So first off, there's so many different types of coverage. I want to kind of break down what kinds are which. What is full coverage, actually?
That is a good question, and people often call us, and when they've been in a wreck, they say, we have full coverage. And I think people assume full coverage means everything you could possibly need.
Mm-hmm.
But full coverage in North and South Carolina is limited to specific items. For instance, in South Carolina, you need $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident, and $25,000 for property damage. In North Carolina, where Elizabeth practices, it's $30,000 per person, $60,000 per accident, and $30,000 for property damage. Those limits might not be enough to protect your assets if you get into a wreck and cause more damage than that. If you hit somebody or damage somebody's car and they have over 25 or 30 in South Carolina and North Carolina, you don't have any money left to fix your car.
That's fascinating. I think people, like you said, you don't realize what full coverage actually means. Now, what is underinsured coverage?
It's there for if somebody hits you and they don't have enough coverage to compensate you for your damages, it's extra coverage that you can access at that point.
Okay, that's good to know. Underinsured versus uninsured. I know the words sound very similar, but are those two different ideas?
Totally different.
Okay.
So often you'll be hit with somebody that doesn't have insurance for whatever reason. Then you need to have uninsured coverage to step in and pay for your car and pay for your family's injuries. So another thing that everyone should consider is having a policy that's kind of excess coverage. So these are conversations you need to have up front, either with a lawyer or an insurance company, to make sure you're covered.
Another thing is that you don't expect to get injured or to have a major injury or have something happen to your family. But what is personal injury protection? Because some people might need that too.
So personal injury protection and MedPay coverage, those are both there to compensate you for your medical bills when you're injured in a wreck. It's separate coverage that you pay for, and you just have to submit your medical bills and show, hey, I've had these medical expenses from these accidents. The personal injury protection, the MedPay, kicks in at that point. It's pretty cut and dry.
Somebody's in a wreck and they're at fault. And when they're at fault, they think their medical bills will be paid because they have full coverage. The damages are covered for the person that you injured, not your injuries. MedPay and personal injury protection takes care of you. So if you're at fault and you have $5,000 of MedPay coverage and you submit $5,000 of bills, your insurance company will pay those bills up to the amount of the MedPay coverage. MedPay is just covering medical bills. Personal injury protection is an added benefit because that covers your wages as well, but only up to the amount that you covered, but it also will pay medical bills if you're not at fault and you're in a car that has that coverage.
Man, really fascinating information. If people want to learn more, if they want your help, if they're in a situation that they are needing some consulting for their insurance, anything like that, where should they head to?
So if they need anything, they can give us a call at 866-STEWART, and we would be glad to discuss the insurance needs. Have them ask for Brent, and I'll be glad to talk to them.
Fantastic. We're going to have more information from Stewart Law Offices next month, giving us some other information on what you need to know when it comes to legal matters. Thank you both so much for joining us today and for sharing all this info.
Thank you.